A U.S. military aircraft arrived over the Caribbean Sea off the coast of Venezuela. Troops first lowered a gas canister. Then CIA Special Operations Team Leader 007 led 3 battle-hardened Special Forces soldiers in parachuting from the aircraft. Climbing aboard a speedboat, they began inspecting their gear. Unexpectedly, a waterproof bag's zipper failed, flooding the backpack and damaging the wireless communication equipment. With no time to dwell on the setback, 007 led the team toward their destination. 1 hour later, the Special Forces squad reached Venezuela's Orinoco River. Awaiting them, there were old acquaintances James and Jack. Their mission was to escort Jack to a secret warehouse deep in the Venezuelan jungle to investigate whether it contained illegally smuggled weapons. The 5 quietly infiltrated the jungle, reaching the perimeter of the warehouse. It was heavily guarded by armed personnel who clearly weren't Venezuelan government troops. This threw Jack off balance. Under the cover of the Special Forces team, Jack stealthily approached a shipping container. Upon sneaking inside to investigate, he found no military weapons, only a variety of strange and bizarre equipment. Uncertain of their purpose, Jack immediately pulled out his phone to photograph them for evidence. At that very moment, Jack was spotted by the warehouse security guard, the same bald man encountered on the cargo ship. It seemed he was responsible for the entire shipment's transport and delivery security. The moment the bald man saw Jack, he instantly recognized him as the man who had knocked him unconscious, never expecting him to track him all the way here. Fortunately, 007 had followed and took the bald man hostage. They escorted him back to the jungle, where Jack questioned whether President Nicolaki had ordered them to guard this location. To their surprise, the bald man remained defiant, refusing to answer any questions. With danger lurking everywhere, they couldn't linger. James lost patience, charging forward with his giant pincers and severing one of the bald man's fingers. He tossed it to Jack, explaining that DNA testing back at headquarters would confirm the bald man's affiliation with the president. Once that was proven, the president's denials would be useless. They abandoned the bald man and retreated. Soon, the armed group discovered their missing leader. Recognizing him as their commander, he ordered his men to arm themselves and pursue Jack's group. Jack and his team sprinted toward the speedboat, but the armed group, more familiar with the terrain, caught up to them. They opened fire in the pitch-black jungle. Hearing the gunfire, Nick, overcome with worry for his teammates, charged into the jungle with his weapon, ready to provide backup. Meanwhile, 007 continued leading the group in a fighting retreat. The enemy numbers swelled, and the situation grew dire. Fortunately, they managed to retreat safely to shore, scrambling onto the boat. However, Nick, who had gone to assist them, hadn't returned. With bullets flying across the shore, 007 decided not to wait for Nick any longer. He would first lead everyone to safety, and then return for Nick. By the time Nick made it back, the speedboat had already departed. Nick had no choice but to retreat into the jungle for cover. Soon, the speedboat reached a secure zone. 007 prepared to drop James Bond off at a designated spot before leading the team back to retrieve Nick.